Yeah.
It's okay. Maybe that's what we're going to learn from this process. That's why we are here. But what is interesting, could you please write down a blueprint for this and
Absolute.
send it to Renan? We publish it as a by Friday. If you get a positive answer, I hope you can share it with us.
Yes.
That people know the knowledge is shared. We need to share the knowledge. If you can send it to us at the Innovation Center, that Renan can put it out. If the government comes and asks you, can you pay taxes for your electricity, so how much gold you like? So we already have to be prepared for this step. And you just come in the right time for it. So if you explain again, just in case, as we know, these people are very busy in the background doing a lot of things. Can you explain to us one at a time? Can you show it to us on your video? Which reactor is what's in it, which core, and what is speed, and what you put around, please. Let's start the video and go very, very slow. We have all the time in the world. We don't need to go and find it and scrap it. If it's gold, then we have got it free from you.
Mr. Kesh, before you begin there, we are having some, Vince and I are both having some trouble with the video right now in Zoom.
What is the problem?
Solve it. We can't switch the views and we can't see the video. So
but it's still online. We're still on Zoom.
We're still online. We're still on live stream.
Yeah, these are people trying to create mayhem in the background. This is what we had many times. So you try to sort it out in the background. Do not cut the video. Do not cut the program. Do not shut down. Try to find another way to access. Okay, carry on, please.
Okay, so on the left side, in the video I said, I just made it simple. I said the left side is the stronger, so it's the giver, and the right side ball is the taker, I said.
Okay.
But it's just...
Can you share your screen with us, please?
It's on there.
We are not receiving the share screen.
Okay.
Yeah, we tried to reshare. Maybe that'll help.
I have to reshare again, huh?
Please. We could see it a few seconds ago.
And
yes,
now?
It's coming up. It's coming up. Just wait.
Okay. Okay. So on the left,
now we see your YouTube. Okay. On the left?
I said this is the giver because it's the stronger one. It's the highly alkaline in the center and the highly acid on the outer ball. And in the center ball was the gold guns, but only a little bit of the gold guns. I just shaked the bottle so that the whole nanoparticles came up, and then I took with a syringe a little bit, maybe 1 milliliter, and I put it in the inner ball, and the rest of it was just salt guns.
Where? In the center?
Yes.
So
and
in the center you only have a salt gans and a drop of gold gans?
Yes. And in the outer ball, I put the CH3 with highly acid from the sugar guns.
Okay, and the other side?
And the other side, I said this is the taker, this one who takes the energy from the left side. And there I had also the gold guns in the center, but with low acid, as you told us, in the middle. And also only maybe a few drops of gold guns, and the rest was low acid so I made a mixture from the guns, water, and a little bit of acid of the sugar guns. So this gave a low acid one, and in the outer ball I had a high alkaline. But this time I took a little bit of the salt guns water to it. I add a little bit of the salt guns water to it that it has both. So that these are the fields that are interacting. This is no more matter. So, and then
one trench in the middle.
I let spin them, and here is the bottle of the gold guns. This is green, and then I thought that because of the interaction, there are the fields here coming, and here I expected the gold, and with a paper I rubbed afterwards. I rubbed this plastic sheet and that I had the gold on the paper. That's what was all I done. And
So can you explain what you did with that paper, please?
I cannot really understand you. The microphone is maybe too far away.
What I asked was, can you explain to me what you done with the paper?
You know, I took one sheet of a toilet paper, and it weighs 0.6 grams. And then I folded this paper to a small sheet, and with this I rubbed. I got over the plastic sheet, because I expected that if something is coming there, I expected that it is on the plastic sheet, and I rubbed it, and then I looked to it with the magnifying glass, and I saw these tiny little things.
So the gold or whatever you managed to convert from plasma into energy, into matter state, is stuck on that plastic sheet.
Yes.
In a way, you collected rainfalls of whatever it is. So you were shown you can create matters the way it's done on Earth.
Yes.
So you have physically shown it. So when you run the motors, what speed did you run them each, please?
I don't know exactly, because you have seen my RPM meter doesn't show true speed, but it must be between 7 and 10,000, like this.
Both of them.
Both of them, yes.
So in a way, say you rain gold on your paper.
Yes, but for the moment, only tiny little amount.
Yeah, the important thing is not if it's rain, if it's gold or anything else.
Yes.
It's the conversion of the energy into matter.
Yes, that was for me the important thing.
Yeah. So if you manage to rain matter from the fresh air in a solid state, we prove a lot of things in the world of science, especially in cosmology and astrophysics, that how materials are created. And this is a clear example of it. It's a huge understanding of a further process. I presume if you put a very high-speed camera, we should see at what point these matters are created.
Yes.
This is a huge importance. But can you explain to me, or for us to understand, then you show a picture of materials. This is sat on this plastic on the top where you show us, yeah?
This was set on, so here, this was not set on the plastic, this is already on the paper that I rubbed it with.
Where, which paper?
This is toilet paper.
So you rub the plastic again with the toilet paper, and
yes.
you found these on it?
Yes, yes.
So you rubbed it before that there was nothing on it, and
yes.
The next time you rubbed it, you got this. Okay, this explains a lot of things for us in the scientific language. What is important? How long did it take you to do this?
Maybe a quarter of an hour, 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
I'm prepared to go live when your people test and give us the result. What matter have we created out of plasma? Doesn't need to be gold. Doesn't need to be anything. If it's gold, shows your intention and the environment you created, proves the subject more. But what is important, how the friction of 4 different fields or 6 different fields has led to the creation of matter in that state. This is a huge fundamental approach, because it's important. Then when we go to space, we have to understand how the matter is created. If we supersaturate, these matters go back to become fields. But you don't interact, you don't have any friction inclusion, the way we get meteorites coming into the Earth, and we see the what we call bright lights, or what we call them shooting stars. It's a very, that's why I want to spend some time that people understand. It's not the gold. It's not the point is, for the first time, man has managed to create matter at no cost in the space of the a room. And we need this to be tested. You please write down exactly what you've done, send it to Renan, and we put it on the blueprint, we publish it, that other people can make gold. So today, not only you receive energy, but then you have to adjust it. If it's copper, if it's zinc, or whatever, then you have to adjust your mixture till you get what you want.
Yes, that's what I understood too. For me, it was nearly, it doesn't matter what it is, but the main point is that it is. That's the main point. And I said I could also produce then amino acids with it.
You can produce anything with it.
Anything, yes.
Would you like
Peter?
Excuse me, Ali, 1 second.
Okay.
What it is, did you see anything with a visible eye? Any interactions, any lighting?
Not yet. You know, I have a neon bulb light. It's not a good light, and
no. But would you, if you turn all the lights off? What I'm interested to see, if we see any kind of sparks, any interaction. At that point, the interaction of the fields converts the energy in gravitational magnetic packages, which can be gold, can be copper, or whatever.
Yes.
Or it can be, what do you call it, even frozen water.
Yes.
So if you can observe and record this, that we can watch this.
I will try in future now. You know, there are still a lot of people are going on to this and making reactors, and I'm sure we will have more information.
Yeah, try to make aluminium, try to make calcium, try to see if you can create a mixture which gives you the taste of the orange on the floor. If you can create the orange with the essence of it in the bottle, the way you extract it, see if you can do the reverse using the extracted plasma fields in the glass, putting in the same position as we see now, if you can reconstruct an orange.
Yes.
This is what is important, we have to see.
Peter, you had a star formation on your desk, and you were trying to create this gold, which you created some of it. And when you look at a human, we all have a star formation around our bodies, and we are the gold in the middle. And when we are looking for gold in outside, we are looking for eternity, but we are that eternal being. And around all of your bodies, there's a star formation. You just have to be aware of it. That way, you have you understand your positioning between one another. And you are that eternal gold yourself.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a tip, Peter.
Yes.
Put whatever of a lighter order than, let's say, aluminium or whatever, if you have, in a ball, and hang it between the two rotating balls and where your gold is, and see if you can gather new materials in this ball, or you can produce other materials around the ball. This is very, very important.
Okay. Only one ball with a gans of a lighter material.
Please try anything. We have to push the boundary of science. We have to understand more. People like you are the front runners in different directions and different angles. Let me explain to you something which I've explained before, and we're going to see this especially in the medical systems, which we are promoting. Thank you very much. We are promoting to be developed by people like Dr. Klaus. In setting up dynamic cores, in setting up dynamic reactors, in setting up these things, you will start creating environment, especially in the vertical systems, that you will start seeing entities. You've seen matter being created. Now, because you create gravitational magnetic fields with hanging 10 or 20 coils, rotating cores in it, you will start creating environments that you will start seeing creatures of the universe passing through. You will start seeing light. So with this process now, we are entering a new phase of understanding. In time, if this is a knowledge you have to understand, in time, if you get these dynamic plasmas the way it's you've done, and what I explained to you, if you can put a ball and see what you can transfer, these are the fundamental cornerstones of transportation. These are the beginning. What you show us is a very early stage, simple versions of conversion of energy to mass. And then, if you do it the reverse, it'll be mass to the energy, and where you decide that energy to appear. Teleportation, you call it. We call it plasma teleportation, plasma transportation. Whatever you want to call it. This system you have shown now is the beginning of a huge change. I was discussing this, and I said to Dr. Klaus that this week we get a chance, we speak how to start building it. But the medical systems, which we are going to show, and is going to be built by the Keshe Foundation in Austria, with these are the beginning of the, not only medical, but not only being able to see what goes through these two fields or in the environment of the fields, but at the same time, if we get it right, it will become a way for us to transfer our Ganser state from one position to another depending on what we want. This is the beginning of a very big trip. And very soon, I know 2 or 3 nations who are highly working on this. You don't need to cross the seas from Africa to find peace in Europe. From Africa, you can be in Washington in no time. This by the next 6 months maximum, because the key was to create a plasmatic energy, and you see it on the table with Douglas. That was why we could not achieve these things. Because we were working in the matter state of strength, and everything else is in the plasmatic, which is magravity states. Now we have created a system that matches the work of the universe. Game changes. You will not spend much time running a car. A lot of you who are making magra for your cars, you will find out you can travel without it very quickly. This is a huge change. This is for the first time, as I said, we've seen it. And as we've seen with Peter, with Dr. Hota, with other people around the world. In my teachings, I teach very precisely. You have to have the ear to understand, to replicate it. And the replication delivers. You got to realize what is and what it'll be. And he can't find the utterable, as he says. You got to extend the knowledge by enlightening yourself, not looking for the others to copy. I hope we have. Doesn't matter whatever it is, this material. It's being able to produce it, which is a breakthrough. And in following the instruction the way it was given, very simply gives you that. If we confirms to be gold, Keshe Foundation will release this machine immediately, and God help you. Anybody asks you for a payment for taxes, how much gold you want. The gold will have no value, and this is the beginning of it. Man will work 2 weeks a year and will enjoy life 50 weeks a year. The slavery of man to money is over, but we have to do it in a way that is done. Sunday we'll be in Washington. If you can't fly from anywhere to be in Washington, you can ask people to march to Washington to see the first free light. It was done in the time of Edison and Tesla. Chicago Fair to be lightened by light bulbs. Now we enlighten the Washington. I got a piece of advice from you, or piece of advice for you. Those of you who go to Washington or tend to go to Washington, carry a core, a double core, one acidic, one alkaline. Either side, 80% zinc oxide. Put alkaline in one side and acidic in the other. 80% zinc oxide. You will become the messengers of peace. You will understand.
And it is your intention. When you have an intention of peace, because your body is a double maggraph, okay? If you carry you have the acidic, you have the alkaline in the body, you have the zinc in the body. With your intention, you do create the gold. When you go there, just have intention of peace for yourself, for everybody else, and let it shine from your heart. And that intention will create, it's already created that. It is just your intention. Keep that intention. Always.
Thank you very much. Peter, when you do the testing on Friday, if you like us to come live while the testing is done, or if you want to record it, and whatever material is there, let us know.
Okay, I can record it. I can take my iPad with me and record the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Peter. You've been through a hard work with the trolls in past year and a half, 2 years. I understand.
Yes, but I thank only you, Mr. Keshe. It's so amazing what we got here.
You're welcome. I hope we share the knowledge freely. Send the blueprint instruction immediately to Renan. Renan, could you please publish it by this afternoon? That we see what the results are on Friday. It's a production of the matter, it matters. Then all of you can mix anything in any shape or form and do what we said. I explained to you, Peter has done exactly, if you go back to the teaching of past 2 weeks, nothing more, nothing less, and he's achieved it. So now you decide if you want aluminium, you want copper, you want zinc, you want oxygen, you decide what it will be. Thank you very much for sharing this knowledge, Peter. Can we go back to Douglas? He wanted to show us something about his flying machine.
I'm here, Mr. Kesh.
Yes, Douglas, would you like to share with us? You got to share a screen. Okay, we see your light. Is your light bulb still working?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Scooted the table out of my way so I can move around a little more freely.
Okay.
This is labeled number 3. There's actually 4, but the other.
You got to raise the ball up. We don't see it. We just see your shoulder high.
As you can see, the inner core is a very heavy core, and I'm going to try to. I hope the battery charges up enough for this, and we'll see the core stays at the bottom until the until what I call the beam from the top starts emerging. You see it. You see it coming down now.
The middle, the bottom core now is beam me up. Scotty, it just beams him up.
Yep. I'm trying to keep it still.
How can it still? You're shaking it like a milkshake. It's off the ground.
Yeah, I'm holding it here. It'll.
No, I mean the ball is off the center. It's floating.
Yes. Yeah. You can see the. It's up in the center, and actually, I thought it had it charged up enough to where it was going to fully function. This one is a real heavy core, atomic weight of 232. with an amino acid in it, and this one I've got to have a lot more power, but you'll notice it turns into a nice little pink orb there in the middle. And this one needs a lot more RPM in order to get it to do what needs to be done, because I've had it hooked up to a higher voltage source and it spins proficiently. The pink one that I showed you, I was hoping that it would be charged up enough that that I could show you that this we can leave it on the table like so, and once balance is obtained, I can set it on the table, and then it'll start going left and right, and like you seen the ball earlier, it'll start.
Can you charge it up? We got half an hour to charge it. Charge it and show us, please.
I
know I've done this. It's
charging. I thought it was charging. I've had it plugged in for quite a while now. I thought anyway.
Yeah, because I was explaining to the Innovation Center when the first lift happened in Tehran 8 years ago with me, how I was jumping on it, trying to force it to hold on. The system flies sideways slightly and shakes, and then it just lifts up in an angle. It's the most beautiful thing to see when you see objects flying without any energy.
I got it plugged in directly now. You can see.
We got to put it on the ground. You got to put it on the ground and we can see it.
Well, it's not all the way.
We see the field.
It's not all the way there yet. Now it's there. It's hit the bottom.
Can you put it on the table?
Yeah, but it's not going to stay there. I'm telling you now.
Okay, I know, but we got to see it. Put it on the table and let's see. We have to see it and we see what is going on. No, we see you. No, we see your t-shirt.
I'm trying to get it. Well, it won't reach that other table and I've got it plugged in.
Okay, if you have your mobile camera, put it on the mobile camera. Okay.
And that's the table's unleveled.
Let's see what happens. We have that through vibration. It has to go on the lift or fly off.
Yeah, I'm losing battery power. You can hear the RPM going down.
Okay. Put it on the table where the battery connection to the system is,
yeah,
and put your mobile camera on it.
I can plug it in back here on the microwave set.
That's the best supply. Okay, it's a plasma feed. Is it rotating?
Yes, I have to hold it until it reaches balance. Once it reaches balance on its own, once that center core goes all the way down, that's when the magic occurs.
It's now moved up.
Almost there.
Yeah. This is what I told you. If you supply it with a maglev system, now you're part of the plasmatics, so they are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let's see what.
It's not going to sit still. I'm going to tell you that.
I know. I don't want it to sit still. You're supposed to fly.
And I do have a cord attached to it, and it's still moving the cord.
Yeah, no problem. Be careful it doesn't hit you.
Now the cords keep getting spinning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We stopped hearing the noise. It's breaking up. It's going like through a sound barrier. And if you get reach that point, it will fly. It's moving more now, more openly. Bring it back in the middle.
Do what, Mr. Cash?
Bring it back in the middle if you can. Don't touch too much, just a little bit that it comes in the middle. Then it has to rebuild the fields. Just hold it from the side, very little. Don't touch it. Don't touch. No, put it on the floor. Let it go. Don't touch it. You drain the fields which is built up to take off. Don't touch. Hello, Douglas. Don't touch. Don't touch. It has to rebuild all the fields again. Can you get the extension and go on the floor on it?
Unfortunately.
Go get the extension, connect it, and connect that to the extension on the floor. Yep. Because everything will be plasmatic anyway. Go on the ground floor. Can we see it? We just see your hat. Let the plasma build. Just put a camera on it and let it build up and see where we are losing.
You need to tilt it down a bit. The camera has to angle.
No, he's got a mobile camera on it.
Oh, okay.
I gotta have the right hand of it.
Is this still sliding on the floor?
Yes.
You see now it's grinded to the ground. It's not hovering. It's not soft paper, so it needs to build up.
Yeah, the RPM I think needs to be a lot higher. The center core is in the center now, though.
Just let it build up. Do you have another core you can run from the same plug? Anything in it?
Matter of fact, I do.
Yeah, another one. You just showed another one which is on the runner.
Yeah,
On
I've
one piece.
got about
Yeah.
5. Mr. Gish.
Put all 5 of them on the floor next to each other.
Well, two
You
of
have
them are apart right now.
Doesn't matter because you have a plug. You can plug it in directly to the plasma field. You see the field is there, it turns, but it just switches. The change of the color is, it just changes the field. I wish I had this 20 years ago. Okay, let them run, let them run. Do you have any more you can bring in?
This one here likes to go on its own, as you can see.
It's okay, let them do, let it do, let it do, no problem.
It's going.
Let it go, let it go, no problem. Let it go.
Now it's caught by the cord.
Get the cord out, get the cord out. Can you bring that wire in the middle? Oh, put it in a place, yeah.
it's not going to do any good. It's just going to keep spinning.
It will take off, but you have to somehow stop it turning. No, I mean the wire is long enough. I've been there. I know what happens. Just hold it. Don't change. No, 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 no. Don't interfere with the field. This pressure will go somewhere and it builds up. Just let it go.
Hold the wire over top.
No, 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 no. Douglas, has this done this before?
The heavy, the 232, yeah, it has rotated like this. I've never seen it.
Okay.
I've never had a gauge this close to the other reactor though, so I don't know if it's causing.
Okay, no problem. You're holding its bracket. Do you have any more reactors you can put next to each other?
Well, I've got one that's not finished. It's the empty reactor that blew apart. That
you never like to do experiment with me. There is no limit. Connect this as well. It rotates. It's going to take off, but it's blocked by its own cable. And it doesn't have enough energy to go up. If he unplugs it, it can't go anywhere.
This one might be loud.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be there for days. Don't worry about it. Connect it to the main. It's not balanced.
No, there's no liquid in it. Only the inner core.
Okay, let it be. Let it be. Doesn't matter. Can you connect it to the main that it gets its field constant? No, 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 no. Bring it. Don't let it touch the other one, which was rotating. No, no. Put it on the side it was before, and don't let them touch each other. Can you connect this one to the main as well, this new one?
Or is it battery?
Yeah, it needs a battery.
Battery connection to those.
You have no power connection?
They go into a USB strip.
You need to create a pressure, and it'll force one of them to do something. Now you gotta. If you had 5, and they were all balanced, and you put 4 around and 1 in the center, they will force one of them to react. This is what I was talking about. When you have these plasma reactors, now everything will be in a plasma state. There it comes, more of them.
Yeah, I've got all kinds of cores.
Okay, just stick them on. Doesn't matter, stick them on, no problem.
They don't just stick on. They have to be adhered to the base. If this was charged up, it would perform like that, except a lot faster.
Charge it up. Do you have a line, computer line to connect it to the main?
No, it requires another one of these extensions that plugs into a USB port.
You've got to build up the field pressure.
Yeah, this one's really super slow.
You see, this unbalanced one is disturbed all the fields. It empties the fields. Yeah, you need a balanced system.
That's the one that I took the CH3 out of. And it's been resealed.
is another balance system. It drains system. It drains fields. Don't use that, Douglas.
Yeah, this is just CH3.
Yeah, but the ball is not in balanced rotation, is it?
If I hold it down, it is.
Okay, but then you drain the fields.
Yep.
No, this vibration, this clicking, it moves the fields. It allows fields to move in different way.
Yep. I see exactly what you're talking about. The ball moves in totally different. It doesn't stay in a certain pattern like these two are. They go all over the place. This one makes a wider pattern. This one makes a more narrow pattern.
Can you put that yellow one up again and see if it's still rotating with the wire?
Sure. And I just moved the fields. So give it a second there. There it goes. I'm almost there, Mr. Cash. I know you said to leave play with the balls for a little while, but they're kind of an obsession with me. They're fun to watch.
Which way is the ball rotating, clockwise or anti-clockwise?
The ball is moving clockwise.
So the blue
inner core is moving counterclockwise.
and the fields are moving clockwise too.
I would say so, yes, because of the movement of the base going around in a clockwise direction.
And the other one, the purple one, is still rotating, the pink one.
Oh yeah. You see the line right there?
Is that a carpet on the floor?
You move the field by doing that. See, you move the field.
Are you on a carpet?
Yes, sir.
Can you put it on a piece of cardboard or something flat?
I have a plastic tray. Now it'll move too. It's a lot smaller.
Can you move the other one in the pot as well? The blue one? Don't let them touch. Well, let's see. We are off the camera. We see more of the carpet than the balls.
Trying to jump off the plastic.
Don't touch. Every time you touch, you empty the field. It's gonna touch and now locks. Now they have to force each other. Let's try to fly in a minute. Should. The pressure is too high. But it's got a field expression. It flies, you see the vibration. You see the blue one is rotating, and that rotation is not steady, so it releases energy. It doesn't build up the energy. If you put another core on the table, I just glue one and put it on, I think you'll find a stabilizer in that. Thank you very much, Douglas. We leave you till you fly. Let us know when you do. Hello?
I didn't hear you, Mr. Dave.
I said we leave you to fly.
Okay, so
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for everything, Douglas. Please release release the path you're going to Washington on Sunday today, please, and we'll publish it that people can follow you if they want, or they can come to Washington for you to hand over the free energy unit to the President of the United States and maybe free the nation from the shackles of this fuel. And as we have requested from the American government officials, we would like the unit to fly from Washington to Beijing. In a way, freedom of peace through energy and technology. I was reading a paper a few days ago. It's right on my thing. I'll read it to you exactly when it was done, and then you will understand. This is a paper which I received from the United States ambassador on, I'll read the time to you and you can read it, you can see it, we have published it before. It's done on behalf of the American government on the 6th of November 2012 at 3:40. I'm writing in response to your letter to US Ambassador Goodman, offering to provide information and blueprint relating to nuclear plasma reactor and propulsion technology. Although unfortunately, the ambassador is not available to meet personally at this time, we would nevertheless like to accept your generous offer to provide the information on USB stick. I would be happy to meet at the date time of your convenience. I suggest we meet for coffee at Café Toubon in Palace de Luxembourg, Rue de Luxembourg 68, Brussels 1000. I suggest 1500 hours on Thursday, 15th of November. If that works for you, just let me know. Again, our apology, Ambassador Goodman will not be available to meet in person, but he was. If you remember, I was the officer who interviewed you for a visa to attend the meeting with NASA officials in the United States. Unfortunately, I still do not have an update on your case, which is being educated in Washington. But I or a member of my staff will let you know as soon as we know anything. So the decision about Keshe Foundation is made in Washington and nowhere else. That's why I'm sending you there. Best regard, Adam Lucas, Political Consular Officer, Embassy of United States, Brussels, Belgium. I responded back. We agreed the time and the place. On the Wednesday, the 7th of November 2012 at 3:45 p.m. Thank you, Mr. Keshe. We'll see you there. This is how peace needs to be talked. On the 15th of November, as was appointed, that was the time when I put the hand of peace across the table with Iran. And we've seen the consequence of it. We've seen the end product of it. Now, in a way, Douglas, you're going to Washington on behalf of us as humanity to the head of the strongest nation on this planet but a hand of peace from us to our governments. We want peace, and we give you the energy for peace for our nation, for peace as one nation. I have many of these letters. We have published this before. This is for those who have not seen these before. I'll read you a number of these letters. I'll read you a letter which comes from American president. Very simple. This is a letter from NASA headquarters. It says, it's dated September 27, 2012 at 11:08. I have attached our official letter of invitation for you to come to visit with us between the 7th and the 10th of October 2012. The letter is dated Tuesday, September 27 at 11:08. I will give you the original letter of invitation for you to keep when you arrive here. I will communicate that with you. They have given me the hotel where I have to stay. Direct telephone number of the hotel. It says, ask for the governmental rate issue since you are here on official governmental business. You can show them the letter of invitation if needed. Government rate, $129.99. Please let me know what your flight number and the schedule will be, and I'll be planned to pick you up from the airport and take you to your hotel. Michael A. Nelson, one of the directors of the propulsion lab in NASA. These things have been running around for a long time around the Keshe Foundation. The invitation letter reads very simple. I'll read it for you. We have published this before. It reads, Empty Keshe, founder of Keshe Foundation, East Flanders, Belgium. Dear Mr. Keshe, Marshall Space Flight Center, the Center for Excellence for Space Propulsion within the National Aeronautic and Space Administration, NASA of the United States, is currently involved in research into new modes of propulsion for both deep space and access to space. We would be very interested in meeting with you and learning more about your technology. NASA is a civilian space agency involved in exploration of space. Using technology for military application is not part of the NASA mission or vision. The NASA vision statement is to reach new heights and reveal. It reads on, we would be honored to have you to come and present your propulsion theories and bring a demonstration unit to show us your technology in operation in series of meetings between the 7th of October and the 11th of November. We extend this invitation to you to come as your special invited guest. And as you see, this is from Catherine Henkel, the main propulsion system branch chief. Is signed and notarized by American attorney that are past the security. There is no time to waste, but it has to be known. President Obama knows what we do. You're just going as ambassador from the Keshe Foundation. The letter from the White House, Washington, 24th of July, 2013. Mehran Tabakkuri Keshe. Dear Mehran, thank you for writing. I have heard from many Americans about our nation foreign policy and appreciate your perspective. The bottom page signs, very simple. Thank you again for writing. Sincerely, Barack Obama. So, in the White House, we know who we are. In the White House, this is on a private, personal, not the official White House letter. The world leaders know about us. The world leaders are aware of our work. The world leaders know we are men of peace, but they do not know how to deliver it. Mr. Zhu is online. He can tell you they've done every kind of check on us in China. They've done every kind of check in Russia. Everybody knows that the technology is there, but the problem is they don't know how to deliver it, how to bring it to their people. And the biggest problem is us as the ambassadors of peace have to give them the confidence that we are ready to deliver, and we deliver. This is the problem. It's us who has to make that bridge for our leaders, to give them the confidence. It's correct. Let us do it. We'll succeed. And this will bring a lot to a lot of us. This will change for us. This is what I keep on saying to you lot. As the members of the Keshe Foundation family, is the family who's looked to after the humanity. It is our job. This is what we have to do. The only thing is, the world leaders get so much information to counterattack and to keep out that they do not understand what to do. This move to Washington on Sunday is to put a hand of peace, to give the technology in open way to the public. The President of the United States is a point of reference. The President of China is a point of reference to the whole nation. It's us who's got to respect the office of the President. We accept it as President. Does not matter in what color and race. The reason we are delivering this unit to Washington is we delivered the same letter of peace to the office of Obama before. You have to understand the date of the letter I read you. It's very much on the presidential dates agreements on that time. Remember one thing, a president on the election day has very little to think about the new technology unless he knew the technology will bring the change and will not ask his ambassador to ask for the USB stick. We break the barriers. We have to make the steps to bring the change. That's why we're delivering the unit to the White House. It's us who's telling him, it's okay, the change has come, the time is here, and we are there to support it. This is what I told the Chinese leadership a few weeks ago. The collaboration between the Chinese army and the Keshe Foundation supporters and innovation centers will bring the smooth transition. This is why we're sending a unit in the United States to the President of the United States. We are not bringing it in. It's homegrown technology, understanding the technology. It's us who has to give the confidence to our leaders that the change has come. We are there, we understand it. Good time, bad time, we'll go through it because it's for the benefit of mankind. In time, we'll see the benefit of it, but it's our time to show the change. We expect no gratitude. We expect no kind of thanks. The only thanks we get is the peace for mankind. This is the change. We have always given the governments to make the change, but they were frightened of it. This time, we give the gift to our governments that we are there to support you. I learned something in my business life, very early time, that is the businessmen who make the governments. And we are all in business of peace, so we decide for our governments. When I was in international business, I realized very, very early on, in a very young age, it wasn't my age that the world presidents or leaders were interested. It was the finances and the support which I could bring in. Businessman makes the world leaders. That's how conglomerates control the office of the presidents. Now, every one of you is in the business of peace. And we dictate to our governments, we want peace, we give you the tool, it's for you to deliver. And as you know, my motto is very simple. I don't fight with the government. We have no intention of any battles. The only battle we have is to spread the knowledge as fast as possible. There are two choices. We can go on the internet and do it, or we do it openly. Maybe if the Chinese president and the Russian president agree, in 3 states offices simultaneously in 3 languages. In America, in the White House, in Beijing with the Chinese president, His Excellency President Xi, and the same in Moscow with the president of His Excellency Mr. Putin. We have to show our governments, if one is behind, the others will advance. We have to go together. This is the purpose of this movement. Any interaction, any resistance, any police force try to stop you in getting to Washington, go home. We release it on the internet. Then it will hit home faster than you ever came home. We do not expect resistance. We do not start riots. We are going there to share peace. Anything you do, if the police does not allow you to reach Washington, go home. We release it on the net in all languages, and we teach people. I bring the master of coil making, Verni, the masters of GANs making and nano coating, Ahmed. They will teach non-stop on all languages across the world. We share knowledge beyond that any government or any organization can stop us. Kiss the officers if they stop you. Thank them that by their stopping you, the whole humanity receives it. We are nation of peace, one nation, one planet, and this is our game. We are in the business of peace through technology. As many as you can, go to Washington. Be there on Sunday at any cost, because it's a change for humanity. We support in every shape or form. We'll keep all the channels open. We try to give a Zoom channel open, even if Douglas on his own from home to White House. Go viral on the internet and tell people the energy system is to be delivered in Washington. Let them join you. We need it, we change it. We are knowledge seekers, but with knowledge we seek peace. Now, we gave our ultimatum to the government. We give our business, our knowledge to freely. As the others with the knowledge and the businesses dictated the terms of the nations in respect to the others, our term is simple. Technology for peace. There'll be a lot of redundancies. There'll be a lot of change in mining, in power production. But the benefit of it is that man will not be a slave anymore to anything. You don't have to work, you have everything. And the benefit of it is new technologies and new angles, new jobs, new cycle. It's a plasma revolution, very much the way we had the industrial revolution in the past. We got to work together to deliver this, not one of us. And as I said, we are men of peace. And this is the logo of the Keshe Foundation. We are here to serve the humanity and not to be served by humanity. Please join in any shape or form to support this move from where Douglas is to Washington. Join him and go with him and carry one banner. Keshe Foundation, one nation, one race, one planet. We'll go live. We'll stay with you till we see the outcome. Let the White House refuses the man of peace, will bring peace to the White House. Thank you very much for today. We'll release the map of the travel within the next few hours on the Keshe Foundation website. Please put it across. This is the peace to exchange for technology, and it has to be done, and we will do it, even if it means we teach every man one by one. The last word goes to you, Douglas. How are you going to do it? And we say goodbye.
Are you asking me how I'm going to do it?
Yes, when are you going to start and which road you take?
I'm going to start by reaching out to the Creator for guidance, and then I will start from there, plotting a roadmap from my house to that particular point, and hope that we are received with welcome arms, or at least received, not a hostile manner. I'm a man of peace. I don't even own a weapon, unless you consider a butter knife a weapon. So we'll just have the things that we have to show that freedom.
Can you tell us from which state you start, from which city in nearest direction?
Yeah, the nearest major city to me would be Bentonville, Arkansas.
Douglas, this is Sandy. I'd appreciate if you would put some stops in your route for people to join you. We'll be coming down from southwestern Pennsylvania.
Yes, sure. We'll all collaborate together and try to get this worked out in a detailed plan.
Let me stop you there. Vince, can we bring immediately a roadmap line and people can go on the chat line to talk to each other directly on the forum? I said, can you set up immediately open chat line on the front of the Keshe Foundation where people can talk where they are going, where they are, and how they join, and put a map up within the next few hours? Yeah. Just bring the link to the front page. Don't put it in the forum. Put it on the front of the Keshe Foundation, the map to peace through exchange by technology, and the stops and everything else that they click on the front page and they go to that page on the forum. They can talk to each other who and where and whatever. We start at 12 o'clock Saturday lunch. We stop at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night. We take a rest. We can all meet at the rest point you choose. And then we start at 6, 7 o'clock the next day, and we make the way to Washington. Anybody who wants to join on Saturday night, make a point you can meet and move together as a peace movement and no conflict. Kiss and cuddle the security services, the police officers, and make a change. If it's 2 of you or 10 of you, it's the time to change, and we have the power to do it because we have the technology to do it, and it sits in the background. With the touch of a finger, the light comes on at no cost, zero. And it will do this for hundreds of years. Douglas, take over and let us know where you go from there on.
Well, like I said, I'll be traveling from here to the straightest route possible, which would be across through Kentucky and Virginia and down into Washington. That would be the closest route possible for me to get from where I'm at. About the same parallel line, like 15+ hour drive, probably closer to 16, but you know, we can
allow 24 hours. By the time you meet friends and shake hands and you talk, it takes you a lot of time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Meeting others and then finding a local spot where we can all meet there, and then now we're getting out of my league because I wouldn't know who to talk to or where to go.
We
I've
put
seen
a banner of the Cash Foundation on the car. It's easy to find. The table, the generator, the microwave, and everything will be on that table. It's a table of peace. As I said, it's the last energy supper. It's the dinner of sharing energy equal amongst the mankind. So when you see the table, you know which car it is. And if you have any banners, if you've done anything, get with you. 1 or 2 or 10 people is no different. It's the intention will change the position in the White House. We go live by tomorrow morning again to understand the planning. And we go live when Douglas starts from home on Saturday. We meet at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to plan out. All of us, the ones who want to be, we come back on the live teaching tomorrow at 10. And then we wait for Douglas to tell us what time he starts. And we will be with him. One person, his family, or the rest of you. You've been crying for peace. Now let's look how true your cry has been. You've been wanting it free energy. By the time you get to Washington, you'll have it. But we allow the President of the United States to teach his nation how to make it. And that's why we have asked. In my writing to the White House this morning was very simple. I read it to you as I read everything because we are very so open. I wrote to our intermediaries the following. I wrote to them, in the teaching today, I'm going to announce that we have made this offer to the White House and ask people to put pressure on the White House to accept the test in the Oval Office on behalf of the nation, and then take this to Beijing as a sign of peace. We have offered directly the negotiation only by delivery of the technology. Reads as follows. Tell them we will teach the President how to make one generator for the White House, and everyone can follow live. Costs less than 100 euros. You think the President will get his hand dirty to make guns and coil and the generator for his nation to be prosperous again with free energy? I say yes, he will do it. This move with Hillary Clinton in the Oval Office will guarantee her in the office as the next president. Now you understand. The technology is the key to peace, and we deliver it. We meet at 10 o'clock tomorrow for maybe half an hour now. And then we'll see how Douglas tells us his plan, and join us at any route, at any point. Ask people, go viral, and let people see the energy unit is not a dream. We keep one thing on all the way from Douglas's home to the White House. It'll be the 3 white lights you see on the table. They stay all the way in to the White House with a white light. And that's the message of peace. Free energy, free light, free peace. Thank you very much for today. We meet you at 10 o'clock Central European Time on Friday, which is tomorrow, and we start the process. Thank you indeed.
Thank you, Mr. Kesh. Jackie had a presentation about the work of transcribing, subtitling, and translating.
We can do that next week, next Thursday.
Okay. Thank you.
very much. Thank you indeed. We meet tomorrow at 10 o'clock Central European Time.
Very good. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Cash.
you. Thank you indeed.
Okay, that's the end of the 128th Knowledge Seekers Workshop for Thursday, August 11th, 2016. And we'll end the live stream.